Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today. I would like to share with you the one and only painting I was able to make when I went on vacation for 2 months in the US. I was doing this between 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. while my partners via Zoom are doing this in the Philippines between 8 a.m. to 12 noon via Eshi Shack Art Cafe, and our teacher then was the artist Elmar Badal. Thank you, Elmar. We begin with a sketch using a pointed brush using brown and green to sketch the mountain ranges in the bayside on the left. As you may already have observed, almost always we begin covering the background, both up and down. So we use blue for the sky and we add more white as we go down. My canvas size is 16 by 20, so I am using a bigger brush. I think it's about a 3/4 of an inch wide, so that I can cover the sky better, faster. I am adding a second layer to the sky to give more intensity, and I noticed that you will note which paints need to be repainted twice or even 3 times. You just have to lay over it to get the desired effect. For me, mixing the paint well and getting the desired value of the color that you need is a very important lesson to learn in doing acrylic painting. The next biggest area to cover, as in the background, is the body of water. And for this, we mix more yellow than blue to get a teal color. And then we just add white as we go down to make it lighter as it gets nearer to the onlooker. Notice that my strokes are from left to right and right to left because I wanted to achieve that look of it being like water and it giving a neat look. I mean, calm waters. Now we paint the kind of like a wall of rocks going down into the water. At this point, you need your imagination and you need to keep looking back into your reference photo so that you can check out the details and know which colors to use so that you can achieve the look that you need. Just keep dabbing colors until such time that you think you are getting the image that you want. Many times the initial image that you paint becomes entirely different at the end of the painting. here's the playful part, and this is where you think about the other images that you want to put into the painting, or your mind goes outside of the painting and goes into what you need to do for tomorrow and all that. It's all part of achieving that relaxation and that distressing part of the painting. Then suddenly, after so many dabs, you realize that, wow, this is what I want. This is really what I am aiming for. And that makes you happy. Again, I would like to thank Eshi Shack Art Cafe that really inspires me and pushes me to continue painting. Even if I'm just a beginner, I feel like I'm doing some beautiful creations. According to my opinion, walang basagan ng ano ha. In any case, I'd like to thank Nino Odosis and Elmar Badal and Rick Balingan. These are the three artists that take care of me and my partner, Dr. Lupe. At some point, you will have to stop, and you just need to know when to stop. And then at another time, when you go back and look at your painting, you realize you want to do something again. So you just modify it again. That's the way it works. Choosing the correct strokes to get the effect that you need is also a very important aspect in painting. Acrylic as a medium is very forgiving. It's easy enough to correct your mistakes. You just cover it and then do it again, or just dab another set of paint over it to get the effect that you need. The process is almost always the same. You put in the base color, and then the strokes of the brush that you use defines the green lines of the object that you want to paint. And you need to highlight, and then you need to put shadows, and so that's it. Basically, it's a base color, and then you put some highlights, then you go into the shadows, and then you put some highlights. And always learn where the sun is coming from when you look at your painting. Is it on the left? Is it on the right? And always keep that in mind while you're painting, so that when you dab your colors, you put the darker colors on the shadow part and the lighter highlights on the sun side. From time to time, you need to stand up and look at the painting from afar. That way you can assess which parts of the painting need some more enhancement. I first started how to paint under the tutelage of Mr. Fernando B. Sena, Mr. Pandesal, at the UP Vargas Museum, and we used oil most of the time, and we also did pastel and watercolor and a little bit of acrylic. But now under Eshi Shack Art Cafe, my work is mostly using acrylic paints. Although I miss oil, I would really rather use a water-based paint for my health. And well, maybe sometimes I will try back using my oils. We are now using black paint. I added a little bit of red in it, and I think a little bit of yellow just to make it not so black. And that's what I'm using to put in details on the side, by the mountain side, and also on the rocks. as a beginner, I aim to learn the techniques on which brush to use, how to use that brush, what colors to mix and what colors to blend, and which colors to choose for which kind of painting, whether it's still life or flowers or animals like birds. It's always nice to be able to choose the correct colors and how to blend them in order to have a nice work. Does it ever end? When will this end? I've been trying to put in details on this area for quite a bit. Now we work on the main feature of this painting, which is to depict the nice mountain ranges with a little bit of greenery on it. I'm using black with a little bit of red and yellow. This time I'm using a bigger filbert flat brush.
Gagawin ko.
Pamay na lang, pamay.
Talaga lang.
Bili lang ng bigas ni Nathan.
Ganda! Anong message niyan?
Tungkol daw yan sa ano eh. Pero
Mga bata mo.
May nag-aaway sa first honor. Nag-uunahan sila kung sino yung first honor. Diba, no? Si Great Mountain Gawa ni Nathan. Diba? Tapos yung stroke niya, pababa. Kasi yung...
Tama ba yung
Yes, ma'am. Tama yan, ma'am. Tama po yan. Tama po yan.
Then we work on the point of interest, which is the bahay kubo. Part of the point of interest is the arriving boat. Or is it just anchored there? This is similar to sketching. I did not sketch using a pencil anymore, and I'm just using the pointed brush to do the painting of a boat. By the way, this is a scene in Coron, Palawan. Oops, I think that my boat is getting bigger than what is in the inspiration photo. But I guess that's my own painting now because the boat is bigger. Also, I noticed that I need another bar to anchor the right side of the roof of the boat. Well, I let go of these little imperfections and I just appreciate the painting for what it is. And I'm happy that for 4 hours, this painting came about. And I am able to leave it to my children, Nessa and Mika, who are both in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I hope I can get comments from you so that I will know how to improve my videos on my sharing on how I do my acrylic paintings. I will really appreciate your comments. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to invite you to check out my other videos on my journey as I try to paint using acrylic. I will put down in the description below all the other links to my other painting videos. I just need to continue on and finish this boat, although I am sensing that it is much bigger than the one that I'm copying from, but I just need to move on because it's difficult to erase this now. That is why it is really very important to keep looking back at the inspiration photo so that the proportions are okay. But it's really up to you if you want to make it bigger or smaller because this will be your own painting now. This painting marks an important happening in my life because after I finished this, when I woke up the following morning, I was getting double vision. I had to go get some new glasses, but anyways, after 3 weeks, I got my regular vision back. So thank you, Lord, for that blessing. I like to do my painting with somebody else, even if it's only via Zoom online, because then I am inspired to work on my painting. It's like doing exercise. You like to be doing it with somebody, like on a YouTube video where you follow that somebody. And so I am really grateful to Eshi Shack Art Cafe for this. I am showing here a lot of finishing touches. I mean, before you really get to the end of the painting, you need to go back and forth everywhere on the painting and touch, dab here, dab there. And that's how it is. So finishing, like just like painting a house, the finishing seems to be more tedious. And you need to get up, look from afar, and then go back down and sit down and do the painting. As I said, after a few days, maybe when you look back and look at your painting, you will notice a lot of things that you want to work on again. So with acrylic, it's really very possible to do that. You can just go back to it.